My name is Evelyn Harper, and at 68 years old, I thought I'd seen it all. Widowed for a decade, I'd raised my son, Daniel, into a fine man, or so I believed. He married Sophia 5 years ago, a vibrant woman with a smile that could light up a room. At first, I adored her. She called me Mom Evie, baked pies for family dinners, and seemed like the perfect addition to our little clan. But beneath that polished exterior lurked a monster, one fueled by secrets and an insatiable hunger for the thrill of the bet. It started innocently enough. Sophia would mention a little fun at the casino during our weekly lunches. I'd laugh it off, everyone needs a hobby, right? But soon, the stories shifted. Evie, could you spot me 100? Daniel's bonus is late. I'd hand over the cash, thinking it was for groceries or a date night. Then it became 500 for car repairs, 1,000 for medical bills. I dipped into my savings, the nest egg my late husband, George, had left me after 40 years of factory work. I justified it. Family helps family. Daniel worked long hours as a mechanic, and Sophia stayed home with their toddler, Lily. How could I say no? But the requests escalated. One night, Sophia showed up at my door unannounced, her eyes wild and mascara-streaked. Mom Evie, please. I need $2,000. It's an emergency. Her hands trembled as she clutched her purse. I pressed for details, and that's when the dam broke. It's gambling, she confessed, collapsing onto my couch. Online poker, slots, it's gotten out of hand. Daniel doesn't know. If he finds out, he'll leave me. My heart ached for her. Gambling addiction, I'd read about it in magazines, seen it destroy lives on those late-night TV specials. I hugged her, promising to help. We'll get you treatment, I said. But Sophia begged for one last bailout to clear the debts. Foolishly, I wired the money from my retirement account. That was the beginning of a nightmare that would cost me more than dollars. It nearly cost me my life. Over the next 2 years, I became her enabler. I'd sneak her cash during family barbecues, transfer funds via apps so Daniel wouldn't notice. Sophia joined a support group, or so she claimed, but the debts kept piling up. 10,000 here, 15 there. My savings dwindled from a comfortable $150,000 to barely $50,000. I skipped my own doctor's appointments to save on Coparis, ate canned soup instead of fresh meals. All the while, Sophia's facade cracked. She'd snap at Lily, argue with Daniel over trivial things. I confronted her once. This has to stop. I'm running dry. She promised it would, but her eyes darted away, a telltale sign of lies. The breaking point came on a stormy Tuesday evening in October. Daniel was working late, and Sophia dropped by with Lily in tow. The little girl, my precious granddaughter with her curly pigtails, played with blocks in my living room while Sophia paced like a caged tiger. Evie, I need 5,000. Now. Her voice was sharp, desperate. I shook my head, my resolve hardening. No, Sophia. I've given enough. You need real help, therapy, not more money to feed the beast. Her face twisted into something unrecognizable, rage mixed with panic. You don't understand. The bookies are threatening me. If I don't pay, they'll come after us, all of us. That's exactly why we stop, I insisted, standing my ground for the first time. Tell Daniel. We'll face it together. Sophia lunged forward, her hand flying out in a blur. The slap connected with my cheek, stinging like fire. I stumbled back, shocked. How dare you? I gasped. But she wasn't done. Give me the money, you old hag. You've got plenty squirreled away. Or do you want Lily to grow up without a mother? I reached for my phone to call Daniel, but Sophia grabbed my arm, twisting it viciously. Pain exploded as something snapped, a sickening crack that echoed through the room. I screamed, collapsing to the floor. Lily wailed in terror. Sophia froze, her eyes widening in horror at what she'd done. Oh God, Evie. I didn't mean. She fled, scooping up Lily and slamming the door. I lay there, cradling my throbbing arm, tears streaming down my face. The pain was excruciating, but the betrayal cut deeper. This woman I'd treated like a daughter had assaulted me over her vices. I crawled to the phone and dialed 911. At the hospital, the diagnosis was grim: a fractured ulna, requiring surgery and a cast for weeks. The ER doctor, a kind young woman named Dr. Ramirez, noticed my bruises and asked gently, "Was this an accident, Mrs. Harper?" I hesitated. Family loyalty dies hard. But as I lay under those harsh fluorescent lights, memories flooded back: George's warnings about tough love, the countless nights I'd worried about my depleting bank account. "No," I whispered. "It was my daughter-in-law. She attacked me." The police arrived shortly after. Officer Jenkins, a burly man with a compassionate demeanor, took my statement. I spilled everything: the gambling, the bailouts, the violence. "We'll investigate," he assured me. "But you need to protect yourself. Get a restraining order." Daniel showed up an hour later, his face pale. "Mom, what happened?" Sophia had spun a tale, said I'd fallen, and she panicked. But when I told him the truth, his world shattered. "Gambling? Assault? Mom, why didn't you say anything?" "I was protecting her, for you, for Lily." Tears welled in his eyes as he hugged me gently. That night, he confronted Sophia. She denied it at first, but the evidence was mounting. Police found texts on her phone to shady lenders, records of massive losses on betting apps. Daniel filed for divorce, gaining temporary custody of Lily. But Sophia didn't go quietly. While I recovered at home, bandaged and medicated, she bombarded me with calls and texts. "This is your fault. You turned him against me." Then, the harassment escalated. She showed up at my door, pounding furiously. "Give me money to fight this divorce, or I'll make your life hell." I called the cops again. This time, they arrested her for violating the emergency protective order. As they cuffed her, she screamed obscenities, her true colors blazing. "You'll regret this, you witch." Recovery was slow. My arm throbbed constantly, physical therapy was agony, and sleep evaded me. But in the quiet moments, anger turned to resolve. I wasn't just a victim, I was a survivor. I dove into research, joining online forums for elder abuse victims. Stories poured in: grandparents drained dry by addicted relatives, assaulted over inheritances. It hit me, I wasn't alone. With Daniel's support, I hired a lawyer, Ms. Carla Vance, a fierce advocate for domestic violence cases. "We're not just defending," she said. "We're countering. Sue for assault, emotional distress, and restitution of the funds you loaned her." The lawsuit was a bombshell. We subpoenaed bank records, showing over $100,000 funneled to Sophia over 2 years. Her gambling logs revealed losses exceeding $200,000, much of it my money. In court, Sophia played the victim. I was addicted. She enabled me. But the judge, a stern woman named Judge Harlan, saw through it. "Enabling doesn't justify violence, Ms. Sophia. You broke her arm. That's assault." The verdict: Sophia was ordered to pay $75,000 in damages. Ironic, since she was bankrupt from her habits. But karma struck harder. During the trial, evidence emerged of her embezzling from Daniel's business accounts. Prosecutors charged her with fraud and assault. She pled guilty to lesser counts, facing probation and mandatory rehab. Daniel won full custody. Sophia's visitation was supervised. But I didn't stop at justice. Empowered, I founded Silver Shields, a support group for elderly victims of family abuse. Our first meeting was in my living room, me, arm in sling, sharing my story with 5 strangers. "I thought love meant giving everything," I said. "But real love sets boundaries." Word spread. Soon, we met weekly at the community center, drawing dozens. We shared resources: lawyers, therapists, financial advisors. One member, Harold, a 72-year-old vet, revealed his son had beaten him over drug money. "Your story gave me courage," he told me. We helped him press charges. Silver Shields grew viral. A local news segment featured us, then a YouTube channel interviewed me. From broken arm to breaking chains, the video titled. Comments flooded: "You're a hero, Evelyn. This saved my grandma." We expanded online, hosting webinars on spotting red flags, secretive behavior, escalating demands, isolation tactics. Daniel and Lily moved in with me temporarily. Mornings became joyful pancakes with my granddaughter, her laughter healing my scars. Daniel rebuilt his life, starting therapy. Mom, I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner. One evening, as Lily napped, I received a letter from Sophia in rehab. I'm sorry for everything. The addiction controlled me. Please forgive. I stared at it, torn. Forgiveness? Possible. Trust? Never again. Today, at 70, my arm is healed, but the lessons endure. Silver Shields has chapters in 3 states, helping hundreds. I've reclaimed my finances, even traveled to Europe, something George always dreamed of. Karma. It's real. Sophia's out, working a menial job, repaying debt slowly. But me. I'm thriving, proof that from the ashes of betrayal rises unbreakable strength.